What's going on, YouTube? Come back at you with another video. So, as I was going through this paperwork in regards to Casanova, I noticed something that after I finished the video, I went back to verify. It definitely looks like, although they don't say Vlad's name, that a Vlad TV interview is being used as evidence against Casanova. So I'm going to go through this for you in case you missed it. I'm going to show you what the feds are claiming about Casanova, and we will get to the part where it talks about seemingly a DJ Vlad interview. So this is some of the evidence that the feds are claiming in regards to Casanova. I'm going to read it for you just in case you missed the indictment paperwork video I did. It's Caswell Sr., aka Casanova. It says Sr. is a rapper of some notoriety. Using his public platform, he has amplified the message of the gang both through his music and his social media profiles. For example, he appeared on a gang anthem this summer, Big Ape, which has garnered over 1.8 million views on YouTube since June 3rd. In addition, he has used his Instagram page to pay homage to the gang, posting the below photos demonstrating his allegiance to Gorilla Stone. So, I'm not going to say Casanova did anything wrong in this situation, but what I am going to tell you is if you are gang affiliated, do not put anything online that could prove that you are gang affiliated. Taking pictures, throwing up signs, things like that, it's going to do nothing for you but bring you problems. And that's the reality of the situation. So be very careful about what you put on social media. So it says, Senior has closely coordinated his artistic endeavors to benefit the gang. For example, over recorded prison calls, the government has learned that defendant Reed shares in some of Senior's earnings. Senior has also relied on Gorilla Stone members for protection. In wire intercepts, defendant Luster is recorded admitting that Senior has called upon him to provide protection and firearms, hammers, while Senior was traveling across the country. Senior's pending robbery charge, the underlying conduct for which was captured on high-quality surveillance video in New York County Supreme Court, provides a concrete example of how he has relied on the gang for acts of violence. In clear surveillance video taken from a diner in Manhattan in August 2018, Senior is seen lunging across a table for a victim's cell phone. A scuffle ensues, and eventually a fellow Gorilla Stone member, Bobby Williams, places the victim in a chokehold until the victim lost consciousness and she is dropped to the floor. Senior has also personally committed acts of violence in addition to his current open robbery charge. Senior has twice been convicted of robbery in the first degree. In public interviews, let me read it again. In public interviews, he has admitted to stabbing inmates while incarcerated on those charges. And the government has recovered photos from his iCloud account of several firearms demonstrating his continued access to weapons. So let me go back to this again. It says, Senior has also personally committed acts of violence. In addition to his current open robbery charge, Senior has twice been convicted of robbery in the first degree. In public interviews, he has admitted to stabbing inmates while incarcerated on those charges. Now, let's look at this Vlad TV interview that did 3.1 million views in 3 years. The title of the video, Casanova 2 times on stabbing 12 inmates, beating cellmates, doing 7.5 years. Now again, they do not mention Vlad TV's name. They say in a public interview or interviews, Casanova has spoke about stabbing inmates. Clearly, to me, it would seem the feds are referring to and referencing this video, although, again, they are not flat out saying it. So that's just my interpretation. But a lot of people out there been saying, people get locked up off of VLAD TV interviews. I never saw any instances of it before. And I'm not saying VLAD TV is the reason why Casanova is locked up, but clearly they brought the stuff up because they plan to use it against him. If they didn't have any plans on using it against him, they wouldn't even be bringing it up. So you got to be extremely mindful of what you're putting on social media, of what you're doing publicly and what you're saying publicly, because it can and will be used against you in a court of law. Going up to VLAD TV or anywhere else and laying out your life story and telling about all the violent acts you committed, telling about all the illegal things that you've done, telling about all the crimes that you committed, the only thing that's going to do is alert the police to what you got going on and put a target on your back. This case with Casanova, to me, honestly, is sad. There's not much evidence that's been presented that's proving that, or that's, pointing to the fact that Casanova did anything wrong. There's just not the evidence in this case. This seems like an extremely weak case that the feds, got locked on Casanova. There wasn't really that much, so they tried to find a way to make it stick. Unfortunately for him, this is a RICO indictment. It's extremely hard to beat, but what the feds presented in regards to Casanova, to me, is a flimsy, weak case. There's not much there, proving, other than this stuff on social media and these people's own words, that Casanova, did any of these things that they're alleging. So it's a crazy situation. Stop convicting people before they even get a chance to go to court. So many people out there, I see in my comments in other places as well, saying Casanova's guilty, Casanova this, Casanova that. At the end of the day, everybody in this indictment, everything that's been provided as far as what the government is going to use as evidence is all just allegations. You have to remember that. They can say anything. They can allege anything. It doesn't mean it's true. So before you decide that Casanova is guilty, let all the facts come out. Let him go, get his day in court, and that'll be what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, though. Hit the like, subscribe, share, leave some feedback. Make sure you ring the notification bell, too, if you're subscribed, so you get updates on all my future videos when they drop. Before you leave, please take just 1 second, too, to click the link I'm going to pin as a top comment. It's going to take you to a dope artist out there trying to get his YouTube channel monetized. He's almost there. Please click the link and subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing. I definitely appreciate you watching, though. Peace.